You guys, the Sephora sale is finally here. I don't know if it's just me, but I have been waiting for this sale to hit for what feels like months now. I ran out of some of my staple skincare. There were so many new launches that I was so excited to get my hands on, and I feel like every year this sale happens before we even expect it. But this one I was expecting, okay? This one I was waiting for. It's been a hot minute. Everything this year seems to be later and later, and I feel like the Sephora sale was later than usual. But with that being said, in today's video, I want to talk about how to not overspend at the Sephora sale. I'm going to give you guys tips and tricks, and I'm going to talk through some products that you guys might want to rethink, reconsider them if they are on your wish list. I mean, as much as some of those new releases are so exciting, and of course they're going to be on a lot of our wish lists, we probably don't need everything, and let's talk through it. So today's video is going to be about giving you guys some tips and tricks on the sale. I'll tell you guys what you should skip. I'll also give you guys a few suggestions on things to consider actually purchasing, and then at the end of the video I will give you guys my personal wish list. If you guys want to see what I actually end up purchasing, stay tuned on my channel because I will have a haul video very soon. And also, as we go through this video, any products that I happen to mention will be listed and linked down below in the description box. I will also have everything linked through YouTube Shopping. That is where you click the more info, and there's going to be pictures of everything, and you can click and purchase right through there. All of those links below are affiliate links. So if you guys are planning on purchasing during the sale and you happen to see something that I recommended, it's always helpful to creators if you guys use their affiliate links because we get a little bit of a commission on the sale. Obviously, only use those if you were already going to purchase something. Please don't be incentivized to purchase something just because you think it's supporting a creator. But if you were already going to buy something, we creators really do appreciate when you guys use our links. Okay, let's jump into talking about my tips and tricks on things to avoid. This is how you guys are going to save some money at the Sephora sale. This is how you're going to pare down your wish list a bit. It's how you're going to know if you should actually go through and purchase that item or not. First tip, this is the big one. I have fallen into this cycle, this vicious cycle over and over again with many products. And my first tip is do not purchase another shade of an item that you already love, period. I mean, I was gonna say, unless you know you're gonna use the other shade, but here's the reason I tell you not to purchase more shades of a formula or a product you already love. The reason you love the formula so much very likely is not just the formula, but it's also the color you have. It is very likely that another color is not going to satisfy that urge or that full expression of love as your original color. I have fallen into this trap time and time and time again. I buy something, I fall in love with it, I think I need another color in it, I purchase another color, and you know what ends up happening? I only end up reaching for the original color of the product that I already had. Because it wasn't just the formula that I fell in love with, it was also the shade. The perfect example of this is the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balms. Summer Fridays has been doing these limited edition scents and flavors and colors of these lip butter balms seasonally, and during the holidays this year they released their hot cocoa shade and scent, and I will be honest, that product was on my wish list when I heard that Summer Fridays was coming out with it. It was immediately thrown on my wish list. I knew I was gonna purchase it during the Sephora sale. And you know what? I went through my collection and looked at the Summer Fridays lip balms I already owned. And I realized I own iced coffee, I own the sweet mint, I own the vanilla. And I also ended up purchasing the Summer Fridays mini set that has 4 shades of neutral tones. So really, I have this color or a color very similar to this already. And the only reason I would add this hot cocoa one into my collection is for the hot cocoa scent. But if I'm being honest, I love their iced coffee scent. I even love their vanilla scent. And that sweet mint is so good. It's like a thin mint cookie. So do I love this hot cocoa scent more than the ones I already have in my collection? I don't. So adding it into my collection means that I'm gonna have another lip butter balm to now pick from, but likely I'm going to end up just picking the ones that I already have and love. Because why would I pick this hot cocoa one if I love the iced coffee scent more? Why would I pick the hot cocoa one if I love the sweet mint scent more? You know what I mean? Unless you love the shade or the scent or something more than what you already have in your collection, I would recommend don't purchase another product just because it's a different shade. You know, just because you love the formula, you don't need it in every shade. This is a lot of growth for Ishani, okay? If you guys have been around since day one, you know where I started. You know I started with full lip product swatches. I mean, swatching the full color lineup of different lip products. That was my bread and butter, you guys. So for me to tell you, you don't need every color of a formula, that's big, okay? That's a big growth moment for Ishani. Okay, my next tip, kind of riffing off of the first tip, is to not buy another product in a similar formula to something you already have and love. Perfect example of this is don't buy the Merit Cream Blush if you already have and love the Tower 28 cream blush. You probably also don't need the Say liquid blush. All of these formulas are plus or minus very similar. Of course, the different ranges have different shades, but in terms of the overall look and effect you're gonna get on the cheeks, it is so similar. You don't need especially a similar color in all of these different formulas. Don't buy a pinky mauve Merit cream blush and a pinky mauve Tower 28 blush and a pinky mauve Say liquid blush and a pinky mauve Rare Beauty liquid blush. You don't need every pinky mauve blush in every different formula because they're gonna end up looking similar on you. Of course, if owning every single pinky mauve blush in Sephora makes you feel good, makes you feel happy, makes you feel content, you do you. I'm just saying, if you want to save a little money, you probably don't need them all. My next tip is something that I personally had to give myself a little pep talk over because I am absolutely in love, obsessed with the Fleur Vanilla Skin Eau de Parfum. I love this perfume. It has very quickly become one of my go-tos. It's like my signature scent as of late, and now that the Sephora sale has rolled around, I thought I need to buy a backup of this fragrance. How much have I done with my original bottle of this fragrance, you may ask? I'm maybe 15% of the way through, okay? 15, maybe 20% of the way through if we're being generous. Do I need a backup bottle of a product that I am not even close to finishing? Absolutely not, okay? Avoid purchasing backups of things that you are not almost done with and you know for a fact that you are going to repurchase. It is something in your collection that is either your signature, it's your holy grail, it's your go-to. You knew you were going to purchase it again, and it's something that you are almost done with. This goes for lip oils, it goes for lip glosses, it goes for foundations, it goes for fragrances. Don't purchase a backup unless you are almost done with your original one. The reason I say that is because there's always new products on the market. I might sit here right now and tell you guys that Vanilla Skin Eau de Parfum from Fleur, that is my signature scent. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. I will love it till the day I die. However, there are always new fragrances on the market, especially right now. There are so many new vanilla perfumes coming out constantly because just a few months ago, there was a different fragrance that was my holy grail until the day I die. And a few months before that, it was a different fragrance. And so likely by the time I finish this bottle of Vanilla Skin that I already have in my collection, I'm probably gonna be on to the next thing. I'm probably gonna be obsessed with something else. So do I need a backup of this? No, I don't. And you probably don't either. My next tip for you guys, avoid purchasing products that are really popular and really trendy that you know are not going to be your go-to products and they will not fit into your routine. Here's the thing. We all have different beauty routines, okay? And for example, this day styling cream tamer wand thing got super, super popular. All the girlies all over TikTok, all over social media love this thing because they do those slicked back buns and the slicked back ponies and they look so freaking cute. So I purchased this. I purchased this thinking I'm gonna be that slicked back girl. And let's be honest, you guys, am I that slicked back girl? No, I'm not. Do I do slick back buns and ponies? Literally never. Do I even like the feeling of styling creams or mousses or gels or anything like that in my hair? I don't. It makes my hair feel nasty, heavy. I just don't like the feeling of extra hair product. So as amazing as this is for some girlies out there, it is not for me. I had purchased this and it's been sitting in my collection since the day I purchased it months ago because this just isn't for me. Another example of this is the Crown Affair dry shampoo, like the one that looks so cool with the little brush. It's such a cool looking product, but you guys, I don't use dry shampoo. I wash my hair every day. I have washed my hair every day for many years. I don't see myself ever needing or using a dry shampoo. So why would I purchase this? Objectively, I'm sure it works. I'm sure it's a great dry shampoo. It's so cute. I love the idea of puffing your little powder into your hair, but it's not for me, you guys. It's not for me. I'm sure it works. I'm sure it's great. It's definitely very trendy, but it doesn't fit in my routine. So I don't need it. So I shouldn't purchase it. Figure out those products that are trendy, but you know are not going to fit into your routine because you know you don't use products like that, and take them off your wish list. You don't need them. You're not going to use them. Just because it's the best dry shampoo on the market, if you don't use dry shampoo, you don't need it. I have some tips to save you money as far as value sets go. Sephora has been pumping out the value sets lately, and there are some really good ones. There are definitely some that I have purchased myself, but there are some that we do not need. Here is a perfect example of it. Avoid purchasing value sets where you are saving a very tiny sum of money. This Touchland value set, okay? This set retails for $45. This is a $50 value. You're only saving $5 to begin with, okay? You may as well just purchase the 1 or 2 scents that you know and love and just buy them by themselves. You don't need all 5 of these scents, especially because, again, you're only saving $5. You're not really saving any money. This isn't a great value. It's not like you're getting 5 for the price of 3. You're not even getting 4 for the price of 3, okay? You are literally getting 5 for the price of 4.5. Don't buy it. Okay? Don't buy these value sets because they are not a good deal. You are not saving money. If anything, you're probably having to settle for getting scents or products that you don't even like that much. Like I said, you may as well just pick the couple scents that you actually want and love actually love using them instead of trying to save $5 on this set. Another tip as far as these value sets go, do not purchase value sets that don't have the actual colors or the products that you actually want. If these were not products that you even remotely considered purchasing not in the value set, that you even remotely considered purchasing full price, you probably don't want it. And you sure as heck don't need it. The perfect example for something like this for me is this Laneige Midnight Minis lip set. I love the Laneige lip formula, okay? If you've been on my channel, you've heard the rant. I love this Laneige lip sleeping mask formula. I really do. I like how they have different scents, but I hate how they tint these different colors. I hate it. I have white sheets. I have white pillowcases. I hate wearing a bright pink lip product to sleep just for my pillowcase to be bright pink when I wake up. It's not cute. I don't like it. I don't know why they actually tint these, especially because they're meant to be nighttime sleeping masks. I don't know why I'm the only person who bitches about this, but I'm telling you, it's a real problem in my life. So anyways, this kit is not for me. All 5 of these minis are tinted. So this is not something that I would even consider purchasing in the full size. So I sure as hell don't need it in these minis. Value-wise, is it good? Yeah. Are they cute for like the travel aspect? Of course, but I don't need these. They're tinted. They're not something I would purchase full price, full size, so I don't need them in this kit. Another tip from me to you about these value sets, and this really comes into play with the Sephora favorites kits that we've seen this year. Don't purchase value sets where they have products that you already own in them. If a lot of the value in the kit is coming from products that you already own, you don't need the value set. Don't buy it if you already own the full-size lip gloss and lip liner that come in the set. Don't buy it if you already have that shade of blush or something very similar in your collection. In that case, the value set is no longer of value to you. You're just gonna have duplicates of an item you already own. Now, unless you know you're gonna be regifting those items you already own, that might be another factor that comes into play here. If it's gonna end up being a gift and then you kind of get a little bit for you and a little bit for a gift, that's a little different. But if you know for a fact that this set is for you, value. You're purchasing it for yourself. If it has things you already own in it, it's no longer a value and you don't need it. And this last tip I have regarding value sets for you guys. This is something that unfortunately has been the case with me looking at a lot of the value sets that are out right now. Don't purchase a value set that has products or a formula you really want to try, but they're not in the shades that you really want. This tip came to you courtesy of the Westman Atelier, their mini baby blush cheek trio. It is so cute, and I have heard nothing but incredible things about this Westman Atelier cream blush formula. I've been wanting to try it. I haven't even tried Westman Atelier as a brand yet, and it's really been on my list to look into. And while this baby cheek trio is a great value, I mean, they are minis, but Westman Atelier is a bougie brand. 2 out of the 3 shades will not work for my skin tone. They're not shades that I would reach for. They're not shades that I think would even work for me. They're too light. They don't have enough color to them. And really, I should just buy one full-size Westman Atelier cream blush in a shade that I know I will get use out of, instead of settling for a trio thinking, oh, I'm getting 3 different shades, but I only really want or like one of them. Actually, let me rephrase that. I don't even really like that hot pink. It's just the only shade I know will work for my skin. I can make it work for my skin very easily because it is pigmented and it is a hot pink, but it's not the shade that I would even choose for myself if I had to pick a full-size blush. So objectively, this is not a good purchase for me, okay? Is it a value set? Sure. Are you getting a lot for your money? Yes, but none of these are shades that I would want. So in that case, just buy the one full size. Buy the one full-size product that you want, that you know you're gonna get use out of, that is in the color you want and the exact formula that you want. Don't settle, okay? Don't settle just because it's a value. Because if half of your value set ends up just sitting in your collection never to be used, you just ended up wasting a lot of money on some paperweights. Okay, so now that you know my little tips and tricks on things to avoid, save yourself some money at this sale, let's talk about some things that I would recommend you look into. My first big tip, and it's a tip I'm giving from me to me, is stock up on your overpriced skincare. Stock up on the stuff that you know you use, you have used up before, and you have repurchased in the past. For me, this is a lot of Drunk Elephant products, okay? I love and use and stand by my Drunk Elephant marula oil. I have ended up having to repurchase that item full price because I didn't stock up enough during the last sale. So it is an item that I know I'm gonna get my use out of. I've gone through countless bottles of it. I literally don't even know how many. And I know when I run out of my current bottle, I'm gonna repurchase it. So that is something that I will be purchasing during the Sephora sale. I also love, use, and will repurchase my Drunk Elephant Lala Retro Whipped Cream Moisturizer, another product I'm going to purchase during the Sephora sale. So if you guys have any things like that, specifically skincare products, because those tend to be the products that we use up, we repurchase, and we actually get the full use out of it, buy those during the Sephora sale, okay? 20% off is a good amount to get off of like a $70 skincare item. Another thing I do recommend purchasing during the sale is fragrance. Fragrance very rarely goes on sale, especially if we're talking those fun Sephora niche-y type brands. I'm talking Kayali, I'm talking Seven Virtues, I'm talking Fleur. You don't see those brands on sale very often because they are really hyped up. They're also very popular, and they also have really fun, unique scents. Even your designer brands, you know, if you have a Dolce & Gabbana scent that you love or a Burberry scent, go ahead and purchase those now. Tom Ford is another great example of this. Tom Ford fragrances are, oh my God, they'll cost you a limb and a half. So you may as well just purchase those during the sale. The final thing I recommend you look into, this is something that I tend to forget personally, so I need to remind myself about this, but purchase those gifts for the holidays. If you already have a gift list going, or if you already have a friend or family member or somebody you love that you know will absolutely adore something from Sephora, buy it during the sale. You know, buy it when it's a good price, because you may or may not get that product on sale later. You know, of course, Black Friday is coming up. There is a good chance that a lot of these brands on their own individual websites will have sales. I'm sure that Summer Fridays will run like a 20% off sale. I'm sure that Pharmacy will run a 20 or 30% off sale. But here's the thing, unless you know you're gonna do a big haul of that one brand, it may or may not even be worth it to purchase directly from the brand's brand's website, because remember, most of these brands have a free shipping minimum. So you might have to purchase $50 at Summer Fridays to get free shipping, or $75 at pharmacy to get free shipping. These are all just made up numbers, okay? I don't know what their actual free shipping limits are, but if they are higher, you know, if they're $50, $70, $100 to get free shipping, if you only purchase one or two things, you might not hit that free shipping minimum, meaning you're gonna pay like $7 to $10 to get that item shipped to you. So now, just because you were saving an extra 5%, you're ending up having to pay more because now you're paying for shipping. The reason people stock up at Sephora, like the reason I stock up at Sephora, is because it's just easy. It's a one-stop shop. I'm not having to go place an order at Summer Fridays, at pharmacy, at Kayali, at all these different brands, and then have to pay shipping at all the different brands to get that one or two items to me. So that's just something to keep in mind, you know, unless you know you're gonna make a humongous pharmacy haul, you may just wanna purchase the one green clean from Sephora now. Anyways, let's get into the portion of the video where I am sharing with you my personal wish list. This wish list is not every little thing. It's more of like the exciting things. You will see every single little thing that I purchased during my haul video, which, like I said, is coming up. So stay subscribed or be subscribed for that. But today I just want to talk about more of the exciting products, maybe some new formulas or new products that I'm just excited to get my hands on. Firstly, we talked about this product when I was de-influencing you on the value set, but I do want to get my hands on the Westman Atelier Cream Blush Stick. I'm not sure which shade I'm gonna get yet. I want to swatch them in store and decide there, but the two that I have on my loves list are Bichette and Garcon. Those two from the online swatches look like they would work for my skin tone. Again, I've heard incredible things about this formula. All of my friends are obsessed with this formula. I really want to know what it's all about and why these blush sticks are almost $50. I want to know. I need to know, just for research purposes. Another product I'm actually really excited to get my hands on. I talked about this in my last video, if you guys watched that. It's the video where I was talking about all the new eyeshadow palettes on the market, how eyeshadow palettes are not dead, but we did talk about a few face palettes, and this face palette in particular, this is the Ilia, the Ethereal Baked Face Palette. I am so excited to get my hands on this. I think I'm gonna get it in the deep shade. Again, I would like to verify that in person, but I do think that deep shade looks really pretty. The bronzer looks like it'll work for me. The two blush shades look so gorge. I cannot wait to try this formula. I love a good baked blush or baked face product formula. Baked formulas in general just tend to look so seamless on the skin. They don't look heavy or cakey. And Ilia being a clean beauty or like no makeup type brand, I think these will be really nice powders. At least I have high hopes for it. I have high hopes for it, so I'm excited to get my hands on this palette. I will say I'm kind of breaking my rules that we talked about earlier in this video for this set, but I really want this. This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Forever Flushed Lip and Cheek Set. You get 4 different shades of her Yummy Skin Cream blushes, and I own one of these already, but if I'm being honest, I like the formula more than I like the color that I have. So this is kind of the opposite of what I was talking about earlier. Like if you have a product that you're obsessed with and you love the color of it and you love the formula of it, I wouldn't just buy another color just for the sake of it. But this is a product that I do love the formula, but I'm not obsessed with the color I own. So in this set, you get 4 different shades. They all look distinctly different from each other. I like that 2 of them look bigger and 2 of them are pretty small. Perfect for traveling. And if you've ever used this formula before, a little bit goes a long way. You really don't need a lot of this formula. So even those small little compacts, I think will still last a good amount of time. Okay, let's just talk about it. I know that these eyeshadow duos have been absolutely blowing up the social media sphere. You guys, these Patrick Ta Major Dimension Eye Illusion eyeshadow duos. He has 5 different shades. As of filming this video, they're not launched yet, and I don't think there's an official launch date yet. But I know my Sephora is gonna get these in store because they've already carved out a little display on an end cap. I've already seen the display, they have it labeled, but they didn't have product on it yet. So I'm excited for these. I assume they will launch during sale time at some point, if they're not already out yet by the time you guys are watching this video. So either way, I am excited about these. I have 4 of the 5 in my wish list. I don't know, I might just go for 5 out of 5 and just make a video on it. We will see. These are $42. for an eyeshadow duo, but they do look really pretty. They look like that gorgeous, scattered Urban Decay Moon Dust vibes. You know, I'm getting Urban Decay Moon Dust vibes out of these swatches at least. So if they are as beautiful as I'm assuming they're gonna be, which I'm assuming they're gonna be pretty freaking gorge, I'll probably end up getting all of them. Don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me, you guys. These have just been getting so much hype. I really want them. This is a palette that I can't believe I waited this long to even say that I really want it, but I have been wanting the Natasha Denona I Need a Warm palette since it launched. I've been wanting it. Now, is this a unique palette for Natasha Denona? Not really. It's essentially her I Need a Nude palette, but geared towards medium to tan complexions, which is exactly what I need in my life. You know, the I Need a Nude palette just didn't work for me. A lot of the matte shades in that palette are too light for my skin tone. A lot of them just end up looking chalky on me, and this palette looks stunning for a tan complexion. I mean, I've seen this palette in person. I've swatched this palette in person. I have been wanting this palette for a long time, but I've just held off. And like I said, I don't know why. So this is definitely gonna come home with me during the sale. I already told you guys earlier that I am excited to purchase some Drunk Elephant products. Drunk Elephant released these 2 sets of their really popular moisturizers. You've got the R&R Relax and Refill Lala edition, and there's a separate one that's a Protini edition. Essentially, it is a full-size Lala Retro Cream or the Protini Cream, and then you also get a refill. So it's kind of like you're getting 2 full-size creams for the price of like 1.5, essentially. A pretty decent deal, especially if you know you're gonna be actually using this cream up and having to refill it. This is a good value in that sense. However, if this is your first time trying either of these skincare products and you don't know if you're gonna love them or even need a refill, I wouldn't recommend a value set like this, because if you don't like the cream, you're gonna end up with double the product, and for what? Speaking of holy grail skincare products, this is a formula that I only tried in the past couple days and I'm kind of obsessed. You guys, where have I even been? The Summer Fridays Jet Lag Mask, okay? This is the formula that put Summer Fridays on the map. I know it's been around forever. I know people are obsessed with it. I know a lot of people in my personal life that are obsessed with it, but for some reason, I never tried it. I had the wrong assumption about this product. Number one, I thought it was gonna be too thick and greasy for my skin because it does tout being a hydrating, moisturizing face mask. But really, this is just a nice thick moisturizer. You know, if you like the Drunk Elephant Lala Retro, to me, this is kind of similar, but less greasy. It still moisturizes my skin, but it doesn't feel as oily. I also assumed for some reason, and I don't know why I assumed this. This was my own mistake, but I assumed this product was gonna come scented. It's not scented, okay? It doesn't smell like anything. It's a completely unscented product. It's just a really good workhorse intense moisturizer. It hasn't broken me out. Like I said, I've used it every night for the past couple nights and I'm kind of loving it. So I might go ahead and buy the full size. I just have a little travel size that I got for like a 100-point perk or something, but I'm gonna purchase the full size of this. Here's a little set that I'm really excited to try, okay? This is the Necessaire Body Wash Discovery Collection. You get 4 mini Necessaire body washes in 4 different scents. And I have been wanting to try the Necessaire body washes for so long. This is one of those clean girl beauty brands, you know, it's one of those that all the trendy girls use, and I've been wanting to try it, I just haven't. But this looks like the perfect set. These little bottles look like they will be the perfect travel size bottles of body wash. I'll be able to take them with me if I go somewhere and just use a nice luxurious kind of bougie body wash. And the set isn't crazy expensive, you know, it's still $45, but I think it's a good way to try 4 different scents. Alrighty guys, so that is where I'm going to leave this video. Like I said, that's not everything on my wish list, but those are some of the more exciting or newer launches. I've got a lot of Holy Girl products that are also on my wish list, so we will talk more about those when I do my actual haul video. If anything I talked about in today's video catches your attention, like I said, links will be down below for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys want to see my upcoming Sephora haul, because Like I said, it's gonna be a doozy. I hope this video helped in narrowing down your wish list. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys actually end up purchasing. I'm so interested to know if you guys ended up grabbing anything exciting during the sale. But other than that, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will talk to you in my next video very soon. I'll see you then. Bye.